around and make sure nobody listening, and we'd be like, I don't want no scrub it. So then when we get out the car, we'd be like, I don't listen to that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for us, man.
Right.
So it's a great thing. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to, this is Cheyenne Smith.
Yeah.
This is the daughter of TAMIKA Smith. And TAMIKA Smith is the founder of Have a Heart. Right, Have a Heart New York. Now we could have a heart in South Carolina and Georgia too, but goddamn, it's about here. Goddamn, it's right here. Shit, right here. But there's a couple of things happening out here.
Definitely.
There is, and I want Cheyenne to kind of break down exactly how did you come in and support this with moms like your moms. This is pretty lit. You're a young woman, so what made it cool to you?
Just helping kids. Like me, myself, I like to help kids. I'm actually a para right now for kids on the autism spectrum. So helping people has always been in our family. Like we just like to give and help. So when my mom brought up the idea to start Have a Heart, I was completely on board. Like I called myself the CEO Junior because...
See that support CEO Junior, okay? Don't get it effed up. Okay, that's the support right there. But go ahead, just in case when moms be getting that $50 million off this organization, we'll grow. Goddamn, okay? We put it.
But yeah, it's just like it's really dope. We did a Halloween haunted house for the kids. We did turkey.
Where was that? Where was that?
At PS 57 on Staten Island. It's in Park Hill neighborhood.
I haven't got scared yet in a haunted house because I'm still waiting to because I want to get scared in a haunted house.
You got to go to Blood Manor.
Where's that at?
It's in the city. I don't know what street. I think it's Midtown.
So it's legit. Like I mean, I want to get scared.
They have a glow in the dark week that they do where they like black out the whole haunted house and they give you a glow stick and that's all you got to navigate you through the haunted house. It's real lit.
That is fire. Okay, serious? Okay, because I need to do something because right now we're struggling in this city. Things are a little slow. And knowing that we could get together, have organizations, because this is a great thing. Even as a woman, I inspire a lot of women that follow me. And the reason for that is, we have a movement called Beware of the Bozo. That's that bum ass nigga that just want to mess up everything. but the reality is that we encourage the women to do more because this is a woman's time. You're a minority times two. You do know that, right? Okay, so the fact that you're a minority times two, you're using your abilities, and of course it's something positive now because I know some people get drawn with the way positive, but from a young woman, do people in your age sector hear positive and be like, oh man, is this gonna be church?
No, definitely not. I feel like it's gotten, at least in my age bracket, like 97, like it's like we just appreciate what's going on now.
Hold on, are you a millennial or?
I don't know because what is a millennial, like for real?
What is after millennial, what is it? Gen something? What is after millennial? Gen Z?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I am, but I just know that like all the little TikTok kids now, that's not me. It used to be like when Vine was it.
At least she confirmed that, God.
Right. Definitely not.
So hold on. In March of 2020, you wasn't doing none of the TikTok videos?
Definitely, but I'm not like...
I did miss out on that.
With it and doing all the dances, I'm not active. I just like to do the funny stuff.
Okay. Oh, okay. Because it's transferred to that now. Because now the dancing kind of calmed down. Yeah. They're just doing all the funny stuff now.
Yeah, now it's more comedic and stuff like that, skits.
Did you notice a big difference now on social media with men trying to go against the women on TikTok? Do you feel that there's like a war between men and women on TikTok?
I feel like social media has just made it so everybody's just comfortable behind a screen. Okay. So they could just say whatever they want and not get any repercussions for it because nobody knows who they really are.
In person is so true. That is true. You hear that? That is so true because when you see, it's like you could do anything on social media because you come around your camera. Then in real life, you know better than that. You wouldn't have said that to my face.
No, everybody's bold. Everybody's bold through the internet.
Did you ever have any situations in high school from any hatred or jealousy from women? Or was you loved?
Mostly loved. If anybody, it was their own issue that they had towards me. But I'm not like.
You gotta be secure to say your own issue. So that means there were a whole bunch of insecure bastards. That was a nice way of saying it.
I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter. Okay. So.
See, and that's love. And that shows a lot from your mother. Right. It comes from your family. That's a beautiful thing. Now, in regards to your chair in this mode of the how could this be more appealing to the people of your age or younger? You know, I've seen that y'all did some concerts and things in the past. Baseball game too.
We had a softball game. We did a talent show. We're doing this now, the vision board, which I feel like is in right now. You know, like everybody's doing it. Everybody wants to manifest.
Y'all put me on to this, by the way. I was gonna let you know.
Right?
Yeah, because I heard it, but I didn't really know it because before I came out, I was like, let me check it out on YouTube a little bit. Then I was like, oh, okay, because I didn't want to come in that totally just not know anything. But y'all, this is the first vision board I'm part of.
It's like new for 2023. It's manifestations, what you want for your life. Everybody was stuck in the house. Everybody was sick, 2020, 2021. So now it's time to really get the ball moving on your life.
How did you deal with that when you were in the house as far as the rough times? How did you deal with that?
It definitely was rough because I was in the middle of my senior year of college. So when we went remote, it was extremely difficult to, stay on task. My mom built a shed in the backyard. She's, besides have a heart, she's a woman of many, many, many things.
Yo, shout out to TAMIKA, don't be played. Are you serious? She built it?
A she shed in the back. She painted it pink. She was in there for a few nights. I went in there, did my classes in there.
Dope.
So it was beneficial.
You still was able to have the Wi-Fi connected on?
Exactly.
Yeah, I would have did that.
Exactly. She had a sink in there going, a little room for a little bed situation. So it was definitely very nice.
Dope. So y'all made it. Y'all were creative with this. So now, obviously, okay. But did you guys? I forgot to ask one. Was this created in 2020?
Was it? I think, yes, it was because it was the summer before COVID hit.
Yes, because when I seen the softball game, that was 3 years ago.
Yes.
And it was raining.
Yes.
I mean, y'all was in there still playing.
Mm-hmm. We was the cheerleaders on the side. It's still on YouTube. There's actually a video on YouTube, Have a Heart, NY softball game versus the water team. Shout out to the water team.
Shout out to the water team. I see you, lounger. Goddamn. I see you. Boom, boom, boom. I see you, nigga. Goddamn.
No, he cracks me up. But it was definitely lit. The softball game, we had raffles there. Somebody won a TV. Somebody won tickets in the coaches section to the Giants game, which they get a whole free buffet. I've been to that a couple times. If you want to see me at that, you can check that out on my YouTube page, Shy's Time. Me and my mom went to a Giants game.
Wait, hold on. You got a YouTube channel?
I do. It's not active right now. I kind of fell off since I'm on the podcast and I'm working and doing all of that. But
Shout out to the podcast. It was pretty dope.
Find Wine and Good Times on YouTube.
Well, she wasn't there when I came into the last show. That was the one with Milk and
I actually had the flu at that time. Yeah, I'm better now, just in case anybody.
Well, I shared the video on my video, so I'll share this one later on tonight so y'all can see. God damn, it was amazing.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Jai wasn't there for this particular one. The one that you were there. It was a crazy topic. You and your mother discussed it, but let him go check it out. Just make sure y'all see Fire Wine and Times podcast, and we'll plug the link into the description here. So now the main goal is now we're all going through changes. Everybody here is dealing with something. We also expressed my condolences also to your family, and but now it's like even you being a young woman. We're not going to say your age. That's not important to people, but you're young. How do you tend to deal with this now that you have this vision board? Is it going to be a big board in your house? Is it going to be a small board here? What kind of board are you going to set up for Cheyenne?
Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm definitely going to try to manifest my life for the next 5 years, like where I want to be in life.
Look at this. Even the young people starting to manifest their life. What?
Definitely.
Shit, you know what we would do to kids at our age? But go ahead.
No, definitely. I have goals and I have ambitions and I have dreams that I just want to follow. And the world is bigger than Staten Island, so I'm just trying to get out there.
I think that's something that every Staten Island needs to understand. The world is bigger than Staten Island. I used to always tell people I'm a New Yorker first.
Right.
Okay? I mean, I've been New York. I probably know your borough better than you know it. But the reality is I do love my borough. I have a special love for Staten Island because we like the fact that it's kind of off the map to some degree. You know what I mean? I know y'all want to see somebody get murdered out here in order to get on the map, but we cool. We like our mix. We like the fact that the Italians run it, but we cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Lord, nobody call us the N-word, we all right.
Right, exactly.
But, it's also a thing of being raised out here all my life and seeing things. Coming from Brooklyn, my father brought us out here because he didn't want us to deal with the craziness with our family over there. So he was actually on the run when we moved out here. I mean, I'm sorry, Dad, but I just had to put that out there. But sorry, Pop. So it's a love factor, and I'm really, really, really impressed with what y'all doing here. I love what y'all doing. We had a little bit of spice. We didn't want to keep this as the traditional, like, so tell me, so none of these tight conversations. We chilling, you know what I'm saying? And believe me, after I see that bonfire, that's what it was, bonfire. Right, there we go. After I see that bonfire upstairs, I said, all right, so we valid right now. So just when I finish, I'll enjoy myself. But it's a beautiful thing here. It's a lot of love. And I really love what's happening here because young and older is on the same path.
Exactly.
Like
and
the
mingling together,
yes.
coexisting.
Who, is that your friend there? The girl? The
Right here?
in front of, right behind Tracy. With the black one standing up, yeah.
That's actually my cousin's girlfriend.
Okay, your cousin's girlfriend. Okay, she came here first. She interviewed first, and she literally was like, "Listen, yo, like I was like, are you looking for a co-host here?" So it wasn't just me, right?
No, not at all.
I was like, she is.
Just on interviews, like she's just like I first met her. We were at my brother's video shoot premiere with Jadakiss and yes, yeah, Power, yeah, his fifth Power.
Salute to Shaquan, goddamn.
To him. But yeah, I first met her and she was like, she was reading me, like, you're just nice, like I could just feel your aura, and I just felt her, like she's just a dope individual.
She sat down here and I was like, I didn't even, hold on now. You got to join here, goddamn. You ain't gonna just, no, come over here, Tracy. Don't you dare go too far. Come over here, sit down, squeeze up in here. Matter of fact, now that's all. Listen, we just want to let it be known that it's amazing. Now, these women here are not involved in just this incredible extravaganza with Have a Heart in New York. They're also involved in the podcast as well, and you know. They talk about some real great topics, man. Goddamn, but you know, I'm gonna let them tell you that for themselves because you know she has to look because Tracy don't stay in one spot for long.
That's so true. But you can check Fine Wine and Good Times on YouTube. We are every 2 weeks, twice a month. You'll see episodes featuring myself, my wonderful co-host here, CHEY, and TAMIKA. We have some wonderful guests. We have a good time.
Definitely
we talk about
wine.
we drink the good stuff. We talk about the best things we ate this week.
Right.
We are like taste makers. We let you know where you want to go, what you want to do, and what you need to be sipping on.
Yes.
So tune in and follow us on all social media platforms.
Every other Friday.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
I tell you right now, Smoke has some amazing things going on here. He like to lay low, but I'm gonna get him on his camera.
I'm gonna go get him now.
Yeah, go get him over here. Hey, Smoke, hold on. Hey, buddy, come over here for a minute. Yeah, so it's a great thing that, you know, and it's great because we see the younger and the older. And what I like about you, you're around, like, it's not just like, oh, we're just gonna be with the kids. Well, you're not a kid, but you know what I mean.
I understand.
You're there with the age groups and the maturity. You know, I've seen you in there really, you know what I mean? You able to identify and adapt, and that's just dope. So that same attitude I can see that you're bringing into the foundation as well. And we appreciate this. So listen, hold on, brother. We getting sick and tired of this man ducking the camera over and over again. This, but he's shy. Hold on. Listen, Cheyenne's here. Listen, we live, man. It's a live stream. Sit down. Come over here. It's a live stream. We doing live. You want to feel even comfortable? You want Cheyenne to interview? You want Cheyenne to interview this man?
We'll do it live. Come on, Smoke.
What do you want me to do?
Talk to this man and find out how come you've never been on the camera in your life.
Why haven't you been on the camera? Why are you always behind the camera?
That's just my personality. I like I have fun behind the scenes. It's good. Like,
Goddamn, it's a long time.
it is a long time, but that's where I'm comfortable.
Right.
You know,
And he's good at it.
I'm not photogenic. I'm not that. I'm good.
No, we beg it different.
No, but I'm good though. I'm good. Like,
If you wasn't photogenic, I would have had you on the camera.
if I was a personality, then I would be. You know, that was my thing. That was never really my thing. Maybe I was just been shy and bashful my whole life.
I think shy.
Maybe
Cheyenne,
it's
I think
shy.
shy.
Yeah, I
It's
think
Cheyenne,
so. Yeah.
Okay, so I think
Nah,
shy.
you know, it's a backstory behind that, right? Like, I never really was, I don't know, I can't really say. Like, I had low self-esteem growing up, and I think it trickled into an adulthood, right? You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm good, though. I learned to navigate in that space, and I mastered that space. I don't have to be And then another thing is I don't like people. People will disappoint you. They put on a different face. It's like you get to know them and then they change up. So I'd rather just stay in my space.
You still make a good example of picking great people. You know what I mean? Because that attitude that you have actually works. Because y'all all together, so everybody here is on that wave, obviously. So it works.
A lot of things everybody learns to navigate in their own space in life. Like I'm older, so I kind of like experiment and try a few different things. Where I'm comfortable at is like it's not really a good space, but it's a safe space for me. It's like 0 expectations, 0 disappointments. So I don't expect nothing. So I'm really never disappointed. I'm good. So I'm good.
So.
Go ahead. No, I was gonna say I expect people to be people. I accept people for who they are, and I'm good though. I don't try to fit in. I'm just a genuine person. Yeah. So if we mesh, we mesh. If we don't mesh, then I'm good. I listen to my instincts. If I feel somebody's vibe and they're a good person, then I'm good with them. You know what I mean? And if I don't feel your vibe, then I'm over here. I'm in the cut. I'm good. Stay away from me.
You can pick up a bad vibe.
That's what I'm blessed with. I'm really blessed. God really blessed me with a lot of different senses. So where if I feel somebody's energy, then I'm locked in with it. I'm not like when I was growing up, when I was younger, I didn't have that LL Cool J, how you got that pretty boy thing. I wasn't Flavor Flav either. But I wasn't LL Cool J. But a lot of times it's I wasn't an athlete. I wasn't any of those popular titles. So, nobody really gravitated towards me. So if anybody kind of liked me, they had to have liked me for me.
Yeah, they did. You did this before her time, but you had an ability where you was a trendsetter, and sometimes you have to give people their flowers when they're here. You had that because I seen it. You know what I'm saying? And if I seen it, you had to see it. You probably didn't see it, but I seen it. So others that didn't give you that, those were the ones that was jealous. You understand? Because they're just gonna take it and run with it. Mm-hmm. So I feel that you played a big impact on trend-setting things that you didn't even realize you did.
I don't know. I just was me. I don't really know. I just.
And he really doesn't know that.
Yeah. No, I live life. I really just want to be around genuine people. But I know in this world, if you look at if you treat life like a mathematical equation, right? And they say that, you say, how people be everybody can't be wrong, but that's not true. Right. The majority of people, 90% of the people are wrong. Maybe 95%. No, if you want to go into economic and financial, you got 10% of the world population, 10% control 90%. So 10% of the people control 90% of the world's wealth. That's an economic fact.
That's why they say 10% of the people are billionaires.
Right. So and they control 90% of the world's wealth. So if that 10% makes a move, the 90% follows. So if you break that down onto a lower scale, can 90% of the people be wrong? You're right. They could be wrong. And that's how I move. So I'm all right, everybody are pretty much followers, and they follow the 10%. Sometimes we get into it. Right. They drop a new iPhone. There's only a few people that drop the iPhone. You only got a few phone carriers. But then everybody goes and gets it. You either got an iPhone or Android. So, sometimes we jump into that 90% of it. If you're on a highway and you see, you're on a 4-lane highway, right? And you see 3 lanes clogged, but you see 1 lane is there's nobody in it. There's nobody going, right? And everybody's like, damn, there must be construction, there must be a dead end, what's going on in that lane?
Right.
But the moment one person goes and starts to go, everybody starts to follow.
That is true.
So it's
That happened to me yesterday. Yes.
So, I just move like that with people. So I'm I don't know. say to myself.
It is an amazing ability because I found that as a leader, that is the characteristics of a leader, male or female. I know women don't like the word female no more. They say.
I don't know why that's a thing. I don't care.
I don't understand. Okay, good.
As long as it's not the B word.
See, exactly. Because what the hell you calling us damn female today? You know what I'm saying?
No.
But the great thing is that it's good when we have leaders that can talk. And that was a good little analogy that you did with that little road situation. I like that. Because I'm the type of person, I'm the one that usually goes and they follow me. I'm the one that parks the car way away from everybody else. I come out of the gym and everybody parked near the damn car. I'm like, why would you go over there? What would make you do that? You see a car, right? I parked way in the corner. Why would you want to just... But again, as people, you get tested on Fridays. Fridays are the worst day of the week where you're just like, yo, y'all still rushing home? Like, just chill. We'll get there. So it's a lot. And I think that 10% is what it's hard for me to find people on the 10% level. That's why sometimes when you break things down, they're like, oh, because I'm about this. I'm like, listen, just don't worry about it. Just action speaks louder than words. Because in most cases, when you're talking, you're probably at 90%. And that 90% is an issue with me because, again, that's common. It's common folk.
You get exhausted trying to find out who's in the 10% of your world. Like, that's it. You don't want to keep going through it. It's almost like relationships. You don't want to go through all of these different people to find that one person. You know what I mean? So sometimes you be like, you don't want to give up on love, but
even men don't really this way.
You don't want to have a million different women, you know, and women definitely don't want to have a million different men if you're looking for love, like, because it gets to be exhausting. People are not good people, man. It's not a good world. This is a ruthless world, and nobody gives a fuck about nobody.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And it's true.
My mother always draws that in man. She says, everybody's not like you. I didn't understand what that meant until I got older. I'm like, what does that mean? And it's like, the mindset. It's just like, I don't understand. If it's raining outside and you walk outside barefoot and you come back and see your feet are wet, what did you think? So it's like simple arithmetic sometimes, but I guess some
people don't have
What'd
that.
you think about that?
Some people don't have that common sense. Sometimes I feel like now that I hear you guys explaining it, I can see the difference in between people, like especially the people I'm around, like who would be in the 10% and who would be in the 90%. Definitely.
A lot of clarity there.
Yes, definitely.
And you know, sometimes you only have a split. Like my life was a little bit different, so sometimes you have a split second to figure people out. But like I was telling Tracy a while ago, and I always say this, like human beings are the only creatures of God creatures on planet Earth that second guess their gut instinct. You know, like you got the gazelle in the wild or the buffalo in the wild. If they get spooked, what do? They run.
Right.
What we do? Nah, I'm bugging.
Right. Who's there?
You know what I mean? Like, and even with like, firemen, I love firemen, but like they're wired a little bit different because really in nature you're supposed to run from danger.
Right.
But as human beings,
They're running into it.
they run into danger. We run to the fire, and I guess, we're a little bit different, but that takes a little bit of, you're running into danger, Yeah, you watch wildlife. If man's supposed to kind of like depict wildlife, if you're into nature, even though we have a brain and we're supposed to differentiate between us and them, but we're all God's creatures. So if we look at them on a survival aspect, like we can learn a lot. Like,
I agree.
when you see danger, you're supposed to run. You know what I mean?
The animals don't have internet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know this social media kind of ruined the hell out of a lot of us though.
Social media.
As much as I love it.
Cheyenne's age group got it rough, right? So this young girl, I heard them talking, and you know what she said? She will not date a guy if she can't Google him. What? If she can't.
Some people do have that mindset. That sucks.
No, that means you want to know about these young girls. They want to know. They want to know exactly.
Yeah, they're not looking for average Joe. They're looking for millionaire Joe, status quo, all of that.
But then what about the Joe that's looking for like the young girl who's original?
Right.
You know what I mean?
As is.
No, You know, no little lip injections. You know, none of that.
BBL.
Yeah, none of that. You know,
No natural.
it's rough because now fake is the new real. Even though a lot of people, you know, I don't want to bash it, but fake is the new real. It really is. Like, you know, I was listening to a Cardi B interview, and I like Cardi B, and because she's real with her words as far as that's concerned. And she was like, she didn't want to do any. She said she didn't want to do an interview until she got her body fixed again from her last child. And I was like, oh, what? Yeah, that's what she said. It was on television. She was like, yeah, I didn't want to do no more interviews until I got my body fixed. And I was like, wow, she was open with that. Like, she just came out and said it. Like,
We know, like, she saw all her surgeries that she had.
yeah, she wasn't shy. So that just shows me, like,
Yeah.
that's the end thing now. Like, before it used to be like, you keep it under the carpet. Now it's like, yeah. That's where we're at now.
the healing process?
Like 6 months. For a BBL, that's 6
But before
months.
it used to be a secret. Before you get it done and nobody it's like, shh, you know what I mean? But now it's like, I'm going to go get it done.
Right.
Before I do any interview.
You'll see them in the airport because they can't walk.
Or sit.
Yeah, they got to get the wheelchairs.
Or sit.
They take all the wheelchairs out the
How do you
airport.
feel about that? I can't get it.
I feel like as a woman, do what you want. You know, if it's there, if you can afford it, then do what you want if it makes you
Makes
happy.
them feel better.
Absolutely. I don't think doing it for the wrong reasons is the right, you know, the right
If you
time.
happy about it, right. If it makes you feel good, that's the truth.
Then that's that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I'm just saying, like, if you're young and, you know, young girls, your body is going to change.
That's what I
And
say.
if you didn't
all
have
the
any
time.
kids, you know what I mean? Like, it's a waste of money if you're looking at it financially, right? Because, you know, say like if you're 21, 22, and you go down there, you get it done because you're not happy with yourself, but then you have a baby. You got to go get it done all over
Like
again.
Cardi B.
Yeah, like, you know, wait till maybe after your mommyhood is done and you're
Right.
ready to settle down, and then if you want to feel good about yourself and get yourself, do it.
Right.
But I think as a young girl that's still developing,
I feel like that's the thing I have because my mom always told me like females go through their certain body types. You have your young, your teenage, then you have like your 30s, and then when you have kids and stuff, and then everything changes, everything drops, and you just, you know, you got to fix that. So I feel like 20-something-year-olds doing this now, they don't have no kids,
You
like
see
it's
a
not
difference with
necessary.
somebody in 3 years.
Exactly. And it's
can
like,
look at-
you can tell. And then some people, like, they'll get the facial surgeries and then they look old. Like, you can't even tell, like, you're 24 because you look like you're 57.
And they get addicted to that.
Exactly. It is addicting.
and what is the after effect? 10 years down the line, like, what's the end product when you're our age, or you know what I mean, or when you're 60, when you're 70. And
They were
things like
saying
that.
it's going to be a lot of grandmas with
years
BBLs
ago, they was
in the
just
future.
Oh, but then you look like Joan Rivers and all of that. Like,
Yeah. God bless them.
I used to say that with tattoos, right? But that years ago, I'm like, yo, tattoos ain't no big deal anymore now because they already doing BBLs. I used to be like, well, how you gonna have a tattoo and what happens when you're 75 years old and you got that on your, you know, a woman got in a wild little place. It's gonna be a little, you know what I mean, a little different. But that's nothing now.
Right.
I'm like, tattoo is nothing.
It happens.
Tattoos, but that was the alternative before. Now the BBLs that took over in the last, I mean, we're talking, what, 7, 8 years?
again, like, you know, I'm a person who came up with low self-esteem. So, but like, you know, my body changed as I got older and different things like that. But like, if yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But as a young child, 13, 14, 15, and you haven't developed and you do have low self-esteem, you don't have to nowadays pretty much a haircut or a hairdo. So I know the importance of it. But I'm just saying cosmetic surgery is just a little bit extreme.
It is extreme.
Because it's irreversible. And then if you're still not fully developed, you know your body-wise, right, it could be
Right, that I
a waste of
understand.
money.
You just can't duplicate God's work, man. Just can't. Listen, I study this. I'll be on the treadmill and I'm looking, I'm like, Because why, as a man, I'm saying, why do I feel something's off? I don't ever know her. You know what I'm saying? So then I look and I'm like, I guess this girl comes into the gym yesterday. I said, oh, this is about to shut it down. From my peripheral vision, there was 4 brothers on the treadmill. Then she walked in, she kept looking over to my side. I'm like, you're not supposed to be looking at anybody if you got that, right? She was 2 machines away from me. Then when I got off and wiped the machine down, I said, oh, she had a BBL there. She had it on top of the body, so she was already good.
Yeah.
So it was almost as if she was acting as if for what she got, you're not supposed to be looking at anybody. She was paying attention
To see who was seeing her.
Yes. Come on.
My whole thing with all of that stuff is, I know a girl who went and got the BBL or whatever you call it, and then she became a trainer. Like now she's a fitness trainer.
But it's like, it's not like,
Come on, you can't.
you jipping us
Yeah.
because it's not real.
For yourself, be you.
Yeah,
Just be
definitely,
you.
definitely.
Don't
But
come out here trying to work me to death as a trainer and you ain't even do that shit.
Exactly. That I understand.
Keep that over there. I think there should be some criteria. Like you gotta have been training yourself in order to train people, like to motivate somebody. Don't be like, yo, come on, 5 more. No, you got on the airplane. That ain't right? If you're gonna be a trainer, you gotta be a real trainer. I don't know, but I think right now, I don't want to bash it right now, but I just think it's way too far as everything is concerned. I was reading this article, this girl, she was complaining to the YMCA because she had a little 5-year-old sister in the YMCA, and they went to go take a shower, and there was I don't know the language. It was a guy in there, but it was
a trans woman.
Right.
It was a trans
But he still had the attachments.
Okay.
And the 5-year-old girl was a little bit like taken back, like what's going on? And they went to the desk and complained. And YMCA's policy is, you use the bathroom or the dressing room that you identify with. That man or one man identified himself as a woman, but it was a man, but he still had the attachment. That could be a little bit confusing. So I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna have, if you're gonna have that policy, you gotta have a man, a woman, and then other.
Bathroom, right?
Yeah, other. So if you identify as upper, you go into the upper. I don't think a little girl should be
But that's the pushback
subject to that.
They would give it though. They would give it back pushback for that other
I just
thing.
think it's too far. It's too far. That's not right.
I understand as far as kids go.
But the establishments nowadays, they're with this. Like, they're like,
Gender
whatever-
neutral.
Yeah, whatever you identify with. But if I got a granddaughter, so it's like, she don't need to be. Yeah, no, that's
Kids don't understand.
They don't know what's going on.
Everything's extreme.
It's way extreme. It's extreme. We'll be here all day talking about it. It's extreme.
That is a fact, and it's sad that the young people see this. So, take us out here with what is the word of the day you have to say from the young woman perspective in regards to the motive. We clearly are here for a representation of having heart, New York, but we're also here for the representation of knowing that there's so many of us having these things as presented to us. How should we take it? I said, listen, if it makes you feel good, do it. But if you any other reason to that,
Right.
I mean, listen, if you could do something like that because you wanted to kill yourself and it made you feel better, knock yourself out. However, am I a fan of it?
Well, in my opinion, I definitely believe that everybody should just do what makes them happy. Get the surgery.
It makes you happy.
If it makes you happy, do what you want. Don't do it for other satisfaction, because at the end of the day, you die by yourself. So
So let me ask you a question, Shai, real quick.
okay.
So you said that everybody should do what makes them happy, but do you think there should be at least some type of regulation all right, so even, smoking cigarettes or smoking anything or drinking alcohol, there's a regulation. 21.
Yeah.
Do you think that should be the same thing with the BBLs? At least a regulation?
Well, the girls that are getting them now are in their 20s, so whether you put a regulation on it or not, and then if you put a regulation on it, there are going to be people doing it illegally and dying.
So I'm saying at least 21, though. But you don't think that would be a good age? Or all right, say 18. The army, you got to be 18. So
Okay.
say 18. Anything below that, you don't think that would be a little...
Definitely, and I don't think anybody should be getting a BBL below 20, maybe 28, but that's just me. Like, if you got kids, do you? Like, I'm just speaking from my experience.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Just do what you want. And my word, I guess, for this year
Keep it natural.
is manifestation. Because I just want to manifest a whole lot and just speaking it into existence.
Right. Do you deal with depression?
I used to. I'm actually in therapy right now, and it's actually helped me. And I recommend therapy a lot, especially for the black community, especially for black men.
I'm not gonna lie. I used to knock it.
Yeah.
I used to knock it only because I feel that the greatest therapy is to talk. But it works. You feel
I
that?
feel like it's good to talk, but it's better to talk to somebody who doesn't know you at all, so they have no biases.
I'm going to get back to the vision board. We good? I'm going to get back to the vision board.
Hey, man, you just did a classic move. Good is not
Yeah,
the word.
I'm going to do mine too, but yes.
We got to make sure Moms takes us out of here.
Definitely.
Just get Moms over here quick because we have to have her take out.
I know some people, therapy is like a stigma behind it. I did graduate with my psychology degree, so I have experience with people who don't really want to open up, but I do feel like your life can change. Like, I took a temperament assessment, which is like an assessment about your behaviors, and I found out why I do things, and it's insane how you're just developed by a childhood trauma or some shit that you thought you forgot.
I believe that.
And it's like you need to let that out, and nobody's gonna know that except for a trained professional. Exactly.
So a good listener, you said, for somebody that doesn't know you.
Yes, definitely. Because then it's like they can't judge
tell
you.
her?
Yeah, definitely. And you can be honest, I feel like, because they don't know you. What are they gonna do? They can't tell nobody it's HIPAA violation, so unless you're trying to kill
that's-
yourself.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what if a person that gave up? What would you have to say to somebody that gave it up?
Get your temperament done. And even if you don't want to go to therapy, get your temperament done just so you can understand why shit happens. Because you're going to be like, damn, I did get mad that one time, and this is why.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is more realer than that. Tell Mom she got to come take this. She got to take us out of here.
All right, Janelle, can you get my mom?
This is really, and so you're still doing that.
Yeah, but I actually, I start, like we said, you asked me if I was depressed. I was. My grandmother passed away. It was a lot going on. Yeah, and it was a chance for me to really express myself because, like in the black community especially, we don't talk. And it's like you're soft if you're a man and you cry. And that's whack to me. So I think
Oh, taught me how to cry.
it's good. Like black men who do that, that's very good. Because a lot of black men, they're just, stop crying. You being a little girl, stuff like that. So.
God. Come on now, Mom. Come on now. Come on now. We got mother and daughter side by side.
All right, I got 2 minutes.
Yeah, I want to do my vision board too. We just closing it out.
Yeah, we close it up because we have to. Actually, I have to do a vision board.
Yes, we need the men to do the vision. I'm curious to know what's going to be on yours.
Yeah. This is going to be pretty deep for it to be on mine.
Stuff like
Cars
that.
and muscles.
Yeah, because it's, well, that's the thing too. I got to make sure I don't buy another car this year. That's one thing I got to put on the visual. Not to buy. Not to, yeah. But, it's, this is the first year I haven't did a resolution. And I'm happy about that. I haven't did a resolution because health was my main thing.
That's my word.
I didn't write this. I promise you, I didn't write anything down. So this is going to be pretty interesting because I really don't even know what I'm going to put on there. But I do know. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But it's pretty challenging. I'm looking forward to doing this.
A lot of crafts over there.
Explain how it works. Tell them how it works for me so I can know.
You pick a magazine. You want me to do? You do.
Go ahead. No, you do.
No. Okay. No. CEO Junior. So you pick a magazine, and you basically cut out what you want for yourself. There's houses, there's planes, there's cars, there's shoes, bags, different things. And if you don't see anything really that you can relate to, you can cut out the letters and place the letters into different words and stuff. Or you can write it. Yes, decorate. We got markers and glue and pens and all that good stuff.
Anything that I cut out there is what I want.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
what you want to manifest.
Okay.
Yes.
And the markers are there for us to write as well. All right.
Just to be creative, just be creative. Let your arts and crafts flow.
Which I haven't did since the 3rd grade, but goddamn.
It's therapeutic.
I need it today, God
It is
bless.
therapeutic. The ladies are enjoying themselves over there. There are a lot of nice and inspirational vision boards over there that I didn't think of myself. Yeah,
A lot of them are
it's
done.
nice. I like this event. This is nice.
I told your daughter, I said, this is just great to see. Great to see mother and daughter just have a great relationship like this, because there's so much of a. I would see a time when all of us are going through something. So to see this, it's just incredible. The support is just great. You got your son here representing.
Yeah, I think he is doing a vision board.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I don't feel that, but I was gonna do it anyway though. But he's the first guy to do it. No,
Smoke is doing
Smoke
one.
was the first.
Smoke did one.
Yeah. It's a few gentlemen in here. Yeah.
Well, this is a great thing. We appreciate it. I mean, Cheyenne and Tamika. I mean, it is what it is, man. We're gonna do this again,
Yes.
and
Yes.
just get used to seeing them. I mean, that's all I can say.
Fine Wine and Good Times podcast on YouTube.
All the episodes.
Yes, every other Friday. You already know.
The drunken one stuff.
The drunken ones. We do drink wine, so come get your wine
I'm
on.
gonna pull up with y'all.
Okay, yes.
I'm gonna pull up.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah.